I literally spent 7 hours exploring every single Dead by Daylight map because I was curious about the things nobody cares about. For example, the Dead Dog Saloon piano does play itself, but the notes that are pressed are not in sync with what you hear. So I proceeded to map out every single note frame by frame to figure out what it would actually sound like based on the animation. Also, every map is separated into its own chapter, so you can just skip to whichever one you're most curious about. But I highly recommend you watch the whole video from start to finish. So let's begin. Oh, that's interesting. Sometimes there's an astronaut, like, dead here. But is he just in a different location this time? Okay, so here is one. Hey, I found the astronaut. He's up here this time. Yeah, sometimes it's down there. I think it is just one astronaut that's always in a different place. Oh no, there's two. I know there's one that's always in the same place, actually. So I guess there's three in this case. I don't really know what happened here, to be honest with you. Maybe there are always three. I don't know. One thing I have noticed is this game has the tendency to have eternal fires that just never go out. I don't know who's keeping them on. That doesn't seem like an intentional one. Endless fire here. Another endless fire here. I could just do a whole video on endless fires. How many endless fires are in Dead by Daylight? So Toba Landing clearly had, oh my god, I didn't see that before. The most alive plant in this entire map. Whoa, what the fuck? It's like a bit dangling underneath here. Is that like supposed to be saliva? What I was gonna say is that Toba Landing has a severe case of astronauts getting stuck in walls. Actually, if I remember correctly, astronauts kind of just get stuck in all sorts of things. Because I saw one that was like stuck inside a tree. I don't even know if it was like an actual tree. Oh look, there's another astronaut. I don't even know why this matters so much to me. Oh my god, wait, I found it! This is exactly what I was talking about. Those are not in the alphabet. It turns out it is actually readable if you rotate it and flip it horizontally. There was definitely an intention to measure the efficiency of machinery or some shit, but they somehow printed it out in reverse, so it was just too confusing. What's down here anyway? Oh, it's a spike trap. It's a fiery spike trap of death. I do believe we have a friend here I would like to visit. Ah, right here. Hello. Oh my god, that is fucking hell. Hello. Fucking terrifying. Does he like react to shit that we like throw at it? Nah. What even are you anyway? You looked kind of like an arachnid of some sort, but I don't even know anymore. It's so weird. Can we see behind you too? Oh, wait, that ass though. Oh my god. I remember this from Matilda. Miss Trunchable. Pretty fucking terrifying. There's just a lot of torture devices around. Hey there, buddy. You seen any survivors lately? Hey, you better keep watch, all right? Or you're gonna be fired. All right, that's your warning. This was a statue of some kind, but we only get to see the boots. Anyone who has a foot fetish is probably very happy, but everybody else, no. Unless it was just boots. Was it always just boots? These are pigs, all right? I always thought there was only one pig, but there are indeed two, and also a cow. The cow, I just didn't know about at all. Who decided to put this cow on a wheelbarrow? I have no idea. Are you okay? Did they hurt you? I guess we'll never know. Oh, this is interesting. This used to be like some kind of market. It's probably why there are dead things over there. Almost like a farm, maybe? No, I guess they were dead before they were dead, if that makes sense. Yeah, there's just a lot of like fruit and meat everywhere. Oh, this variation of Killer Shack comes across more like a barn. Hello. Hey, buddy. It's my turn to get the top bunk. Hey, you got it yesterday. Come on, man. Oh my god, that's a bird of some kind. Is that a chicken? Oh wow, wait, something went down here. How did you end up dead on that table? You didn't fall from the sky, did you? Is this what you were eating before you died? Maybe you were poisoned, but then it doesn't look like anyone's taken a bite at all. Maybe you like slaved over preparing and cooking all the food and like no one ate it and you sort of like, I don't know, died of loneliness or something. Oh, is this the Walking Dead one? Yes. Don't. Dead. Open inside. Ah, the famous lines. Oh my god, it's a floating car. Why is there a floating car? I don't really know. There's another floating car. What's with the floating cars, man? They're like asserting dominance. Behavior times. The killer strikes again. I don't think the rest of it is even readable. Oh wait, is that a caramel protein bar? Oh my god. I did not know there was a zombie in barbed wire. Wait, hang on a second. Has anyone else noticed that? That's wild. It does actually feel like there's multiple zombies. It feels like they're all gonna fall on me. Alright, so here the most obvious thing is the animatronics. But what no one knows about, I don't really have a follow-up. Let's go have a look. It's a vending machine that's been broken into. Do you think it was like out of panic? Or do you think like one of the animatronics got very snacky one night? Ooh, these drawings. I've never noticed these before. Okay, so I mean a lot of the stuff is gonna make a lot of sense, but this is the chemical room. I'm very familiar with these because I tend to do a lot of cleaning related jobs. God, I kind of feel like I'm at work now. This sucks. Movie reels component. Oh, interesting. Of course, we got the pizza. Just want to know if there's like anything around here that's like less obvious. Of course, there's like a lot of games, vending machines again. What do they even have? Candy, potato chips, chocolate. It's just a lot of soda. Oh, this pizza's been here for a while. Oh my, oh, there's maggots. God, no one knows about food safety here. Wait, shoo, get off this gen. I'm trying to look at things here. This is where all the magic happens. All the engineering. There's actual blueprints as well. Ah, I think this is like a rota of some kind. For like the workers, maybe? Oh, it's a calendar at least. For some reason, 1 and 17 are highlighted there. Oh, these prices are kind of ugly. I don't like these prices. Fucking inflation, man. Oh my god. Although, hot dog for $3.50. I wonder if like for pizza, it's just like one slice. It looks like it probably is. But overall, these prices do seem a bit random, maybe. Although family format makes sense why that's significantly higher. Oh, whoa. So during the endgame collapse, the cinema like goes all fucky wucky. That's quite cool. And then it just turns off. That's actually brilliant. I would never have noticed that if I didn't wait. This house has seen some better days. Oh my god. Somehow these plates haven't smashed though. It would be quite realistic to see some smashed plates around, right? But there are also plates missing, which is interesting. Is it like in a dishwasher somewhere? Oh, they're here. Okay, there's no dishwasher, but everything's like hand wash, I think. I wonder how many people would like live here. I guess we can assume 5 people just based off number of seats at the dining table. Hello, Bill. But yeah, oh my god, what has happened to— what the fuck? Why is the carpet in the ceiling? Do you think there's people that like live in like a upside down, sideways world? It probably has more to do. Oh my fucking god. I guess the whole point is that like time and space is all fucky wucky here. And so it doesn't really make sense how things are placed. I mean, at least they have a Hoover, a vacuum cleaner. This never-ending fire. I don't know who keeps it burning. I don't know how anyone expects me to use the swings in this kind of condition. It's all a mess. It kind of reminds me of my room that I'm currently sitting in. Ooh. We have an idea of the family here. I think that is 5 people in total. That actually is consistent with the number of seats at the dining table. Who do you think was the drinker? I guess they were all the drinker. No, that doesn't make sense. Are the kids drinking? I'm confused. I guess maybe the photo could be like so old that they actually already grew up before all of this went to shit. I don't know. I just find this really interesting to look into. Okay. Look, I was fine with the sofa being in the ceiling, but the door, not even where like a doorway is, it's not even like attached. That's crazy. Okay, is there even a main building here? I don't think so. Are these like tiny little houses? Do people live in these? Are they toilets? I mean, probably like general gravestones. Like these are clearly coffins of some sort. I mean, considering it's called Dead Sands, that makes a lot of sense. I just don't know what's the point in this place. Is it literally just a graveyard? Some kind of headless statue? Is it like Mary? There's 2 of them, but this one's like more broken. I don't know what the reasoning for it. Oh wait, I found the other part of the statue. Maybe we can find the head somewhere. Like maybe it's like hidden somewhere. It does look like we're just kind of in the middle of nowhere. Like when you look at the outside background environment, it's just more sand and tombstones. Ooh, wait, those exit gates are interesting. They almost look like giant Death Reapers. Oh, not Death, the Grim Reapers. Yeah, same thing. I mean, I found what appears to be a few statue heads. I don't think they belong to the ones back over there, though. There are a lot of heads, by the way. I mean, look at this. But like, why? The tree roots are literally like climbing up the walls as if they're trying to escape themselves. It's just a very dead place overall. Oh my god, I found the first body here. It is just all completely submerged in sand. I can edit bots. I'm gonna make them all Claudettes with scene partner. So Eyrie of Crows literally is what it sounds like. But why are there floating books? You know, like, why is anything floating at all? Do the books just hold so much wisdom that they just levitate? They also seem to run out of storage after a while. Ooh, a painting, is that? Or some kind of art. I don't know what tool they use to make it. What even are these tools? These are not brushes, they're like sticks. What the fuck? Oh, that looks kind of like the statues you were seeing before, but they're like fully formed. Well, mostly formed. It's just really interesting to me how much detail can go unnoticed in a game. Oh my god, here we go again. Yeah, get out of your system. I feel like this is that one episode of Rick and Morty where Rick was obsessed with crows. This could be like the end result of that one episode. It resulted in Eyrie of crows in Dead by Daylight. I wonder if like me making these videos will make it more likely that the developers put in more hidden details, because there are already hidden details, but like I want like the really tiny like nook and crannies, like you have to come all the way to the corner of the map to find, or like I don't know. What even is that stuff? Oh my god, wait. I've never thought about that. It's like oopy goopy on the inside of the statue, and it's like, was it like some life form that was turned into a statue? I don't know. Of course, this is one of those situations where it is based on an actual licensed map. Oh, I do like this version of it, actually. I never realized that this was a helicopter the whole time. It was just kind of burnt up stuff. And also, this fire does not go away, which is kind of... It doesn't even hurt you. Quite impressive. Imagine you could like go to like the top floor of RPD. My life will not be complete until we can do that. Behavior. If you don't add another floor to RPD that we can explore, I'm uninstalling DBD forever. Is there even another floor at all? Like, does that even make sense in its current infrastructure or whatever the word is? I don't know if that... I mean, here it is higher, but that's because this room is just fucking tall. I don't know anything about Resident Evil. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna come forward with the truth here. Nope, fucking... Okay, I just hold myself and I'm not even playing competitively. What even... Is that a TV? I'm confused. Is it a microwave? If it's a TV, it's fucking tiny. There's a dartboard over there. I guess this is some kind of office with food? Donuts? Donuts, bakery bread. So here, only one of the toilets are actually overflowing. Okay, in this variation of RPD, it's going to be more open towards that side, which gives us a whole other section to explore. These fucking Claudettes, man. I never noticed this screen is actually on with live static. What if that messes with the YouTube video? Ooh. Do these even say words at all? That's a dog. These are probably actual references to Resident Evil characters. Lost guy. There's the dog again. On both sides, because, you know, dogs are superior, apparently. Have you seen this guy? They really like to use the word guy. Very unspecific. Ooh. An empty cold drinks machine. This is essentially me exploring Resident Evil for the first time, just through DVD, and I'm kind of wanting to play it now. Maybe. As far as I'm aware, that's a game that's mostly revolves around zombies. Actually, that is implied from the zombie sounds that you can hear around the environment if you listen carefully. There you go. Hey, no, we're closed, okay? We're open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., all right? It's fucking 3 in the morning. It's actually 3 in the morning. Oh my god, wait, these are just like dead bodies. But they're like, they've just been tossed out here for nothing, you know? I don't know what the story behind it is. Oh, I found the hatch for the first time. Sometimes I wish that more of this was actually readable. You can kind of make out sort of words here and there, but I don't think they're particularly worried about whether you can read it or not. Classroom rules? I feel like this probably says something really silly. Always be kind. What the fuck has happened to this writing, by the way? It's like being digitally warped. It's a weird fucking classroom, I'll tell you that. What is that sound? Not the... Oh my god, it's you! That's fucking weird. Hey, buddy, how you doing? You alright? I don't... Alright. C-A. That's all, folks. Class dismissed. Couldn't even be bothered to write CBA. I wonder if every clock actually is the same time. Like, clearly that's stuck on a time, right? That is also the exact same time. It was probably completely random and they just stuck with that same texture. It also makes me wonder if it was intentional. They're all the same goddamn time. What does it mean? 10, 9, 5, 5, 9, 10? It's a secret code, I'm telling you. Okay. Why did this chair hang itself? Was class really that bad that the fucking chair decided to hang itself? That's wild. Must have been a really boring class. It's another one as well. The chair hang itself. I wonder what these notes actually play. I kind of want to figure that out. It's got to be some sort of Easter egg, right? I'm not very good at reading sheet music, but I gave it a shot anyway. Yeah, I have no idea. Oh, this is like a medical room. What's in there? I do not know. I guess it's just a piece of concrete. Yeah, this looks like a medical room of some kind. This is like all the medical supplies, but they've been fucking stolen. This looks like it actually says something. At the end it says for you. I'm really curious about that now. Check your weapons at the door if you want to enter the Dead Dog Saloon. We got Dead, Dog, and Saloon. My immersion is completely ruined now. I'm seeing this. The keys do not align at all. But lucky for you, I mapped out every note that I can visually see being played and recreated it. This is what it would sound like. Found the Claudettes. They're literally all on this side of the map. Oh my god. This is like some kind of bar, but they only sold rum? Maybe? Whiskey? Probably whiskey, right? If you zoom in on these bottles, they say some interesting stuff. To right and left, Congo women clap their hands, men. Also, I think this might be wine. All of these pans are basically the same size. Do they even have a kitchen to cook stuff in? So far, I haven't seen one. They have even more pots. They have a fucking kettle. Or I guess it's a teapot. Another one. But why? There's no kitchen. They have pots for no reason. Oh, it's a whole ass fucking bird feasting on something. Wait, can I get a better look maybe? That's just a guy. That's just a dead guy. Oh, we could actually see it easier here. Interesting. There was another bird right here. Oh, they're all feasting on dead people. Is it the same exact guy, by the way? Hang on. It's the same guy. Oh my god. What is the meaning of this? Man, I feel like I should just like show this video to my GP to prove I'm autistic. I've noticed a lot of these maps just, oh my god, that's a dead scientist. I noticed a lot of these maps just have shit that's like fallen all over the place. Oh no, no more fresh water. What am I gonna do? Can't stay hydrated in this goddamn place. Another dead scientist? I think he was trying to put out a fire maybe. Are they identical, by the way? No, one of them has more hair. That is surprising. There's something in here. I don't know what it is, but I think it, yep. I think the rats, maybe? Who knows how fucking big it is. I can see his face. He looks not very happy. He looks like he's got part of his face missing. I know this is probably just game design, but it is interesting that there is a hole right where this light happens to be shining. Oh my god, all the Claudettes are here. They're always together. What exactly do they test at this lab? I don't really get the point of it. Like, what were they trying to do? What are they trying to prove? I guess they were trying to invent like vaccinations maybe, I don't know. But it would appear that the place has been like overrun by some strange creature. Oh, that is quite bizarre, isn't it? Whoa. Is that the creature's asshole? It looks like an asshole. Just a really saggy one. I've seen a lot of assholes in my life. The thing is, it's also pulsating, which is scarier. I mean, it's not visually, but you can hear it pulsate. I don't know if something's trying to come out or if there's something on the other side of that wall, but maybe the less I know, the better. I never noticed. It says the name of the map, like on the fucking building. What happened here? Oh my god. Oh, there's a guy in the beanie. Do you think it's Nia Carlson's brother? This appears to be some kind of like construction thing. I don't really know. Oh, it's a lake mine. I see. I don't really know what exactly that means. They were mining a lake. I don't get it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Claudettes, look, calm down. All right, I'm not that fucking famous. I didn't even realize that you could go through here and drop down here. That is good to know. I'm confused. How does this even happen? And why? I don't... What? Was he in this car? Or like, did he die from like a panic attack because he saw the car and it was like, oh shit, we will never know. But it does sound like it really wants to fall. This game really loves like depicting that like everything's sort of fallen over. This feels very Gmod-like. I don't know why. You know when you like use like the clone tool, whatever it's called, you just like place down the exact same NPC and they just like all behave exactly the same way? That's what that reminds me of. Oh wow, hang on. Oh my god, that scared me. Oh Jesus. Well, there goes Nia's brother. I think this guy just like fucking froze to death. Which makes sense. Although, I don't know if he froze to death now I think about it. That's a lot of blood for someone who froze to death. This is so comedic to me. There's just also a lot of dead people with a lot of blood. And your first instinct would be, yeah, they just froze to death. But my god, it's a lot of blood. Were people hooked here before the trials? Are those like past survivors, maybe? There are so many questions. Oh yeah, I like this one. This has an actual main building. Well, actually, the other one also had a this one feels more like a main building, okay? Shut up. Is that an ice dispenser? It's another bar, but this one actually has more options, which is nice to see. I would definitely consider taking my friends here someday. Drinking beer next to a fire. Whoever was here really knows how to vibe. Oh, this is like an actual resort. This is like, people come here to like do activities week. Honestly, this is just really cozy. Oh, their fucking chimney looks a little wrecked, doesn't it? I don't know what fell through that roof, but it must have been heavy. I do like the lighting effect that creates as well, actually. It makes the snow look really pretty. Genuinely, I feel like I would actually come here, you know? Like if it wasn't so wrecked up, but even while it's wrecked, it still feels kind of cozy. I'll just obviously get the roofs fixed up. Hey, some ski board thingies. I don't know what you call those, but I know that you ski on them. But this does feel like a good place to like get away, like with your family maybe. Oh, behavior times. Love reading the behavior times. Always keeps me up to date. Someone left their shit on the table and a singular boot. That's nice. Suppose you could come out here, like take your food out here if you're feeling ballsy. Maybe take a hot chocolate or something. Just chill out here. We just have these like ski thingies kind of scattered around the map. Oh my god, can these Claudettes please stop? I'm not sure what the purpose is of this little structure here. I think it probably sustains power or something. I mean, oh, good to know. They do recycling here, but it is like way out of the way of the building, unfortunately. Hey, more recycling. Someone did build a snowman. It doesn't look very happy though. I think it's gotten one of these. You know when like a beast is like seemingly angry, very aggressive, wanting to attack everything, and it turns out it's because they've got like a stick up their ass and you just gotta take it out? That's kind of what that looks like. It's not anger though. It's like, oh, my butt hurty. More recycling? To be fair, I don't see any rubbish around, so the recycling bins and the general rubbish bins are doing their job. Whether they're putting them in the right bins, I don't know, but at least they're keeping it off the ground. Although, now I think about it, if we go inside, yeah, there is some shit on the floor, but at least it's not outside, you know? Interesting that they have specifically Italian pizza, you know? I imagine this is where they sell the boots, maybe? It looks like it. I mean, like, when you're visiting the place, like, is this the front? Yeah, so this would be the entrance. I just feel like this place gets really fucking cold. Like, how did they keep the place warm, you know? Other than that chimney. This chimney is like the only thing that I can think of. Oh no, here's a door, here's a clue. There were wooden doors. So there were indeed doors, but most of them have just fucking flown off in the wind or something. I'm not really sure what this is though. Like it would appear to be like one of those things that are underneath like a plane wing, but then it wouldn't be connected like that. So I think this is supposed to be on the ground, maybe. Is there another floor? Hang on a second. But like, why would there be another floor? Like, that's a balcony for sure. But there's no way to get up there. Like, it's definitely in that compartment there. But like, how would people have gotten up there in the first place? I have no idea. Yeah, there's no way. It's just kind of there. That is quite bizarre, if you ask me. An obvious thing, once you know, is that every time you look away from these statue things, and then you look at them again, they are just facing you. And like at first it's like kind of eerie, but I don't know, it's sort of just a fun detail. This is a gravestone. Oh my god, it's not porridge, is it? It's not fucking oatmeal. Oh, I love me some oatmeal. Ooh. Some kind of shrine. Oh, right, yeah, because that is one of the killers. So I guess, is the shrine worshipping him? That's interesting. He doesn't seem very friendly. It's interesting how these statues are specifically gathered around this particular lamp. It's just a very eerie map in general, but cool, very cool. Anyway, as I was saying, these guys they're like moths, you know? They see light and they're like, yes, I love light. I want to see if I like look away, will they just all be looking at me when I look back? Yes, yes they are. I wondered if it was like a distance thing, but it really is just, if you look away, then you look back at them, they will just be looking at you. And it's like completely subjective, like from every player's perspective. It's always going to be like aimed at that particular person from their end because they are looking at you, but for them, they're looking at them. I've actually just noticed that literally when you spawn into the map, they're already looking at you. Oh, that is so interesting. Maybe the ones that you are looking towards will also be facing you. So is it a case of you have to look at them first and then look away and then look at them? Interestingly, only one of them looked at me then, though. This fallen one just, yeah, this fallen one is just broken. But all of these ones are like looking where I was. Oh my god, that is weirdly jump scare inducing. When you pay enough attention, it starts to make you feel a bit paranoid. Okay, so this variation doesn't have the heads that look at you. They really like this man. Why haven't we seen his actual face, you know? He could be ugly. You don't want to worship an ugly man, right? There was a family that lived here once, I think. Like, was he like the religion? I don't know. Or did he like take over? I'm not sure what the Oni's backstory is. Oh, right. It would be a family living there because this is literally named family residence. That makes sense. How many of you out there actually have a picture of your own home in your home? I don't know. It's a bit much, isn't it? Kind of narcissistic. Oh my god, these Claudettes. Always together. They travel in flocks, I'm telling you. Wait, is this like a mailbox? So they do receive mail, at least they did receive mail. I don't think the postman or woman would want to come back here right now. It doesn't feel like a good scenario, you know? Maybe the entity delivers, you know, messages from the fog. All right, the last version of family residence. Let's see if there's anything different. Okay, this actually feels a bit different and I don't know why. Something about this layout. Ah, yes. So normally there would be an opening here, but it's here instead. Ah, the basement was over here. God, I'm becoming one with the Dead by Daylight maps. I'm gonna have too much power after this. You know, these clusters of furniture are always questionable. I mean, what exactly is the point, you know? What is the story behind this? And why is there a barrel of fire? I mean, I guess all of this is wood, so maybe they needed it to fuel the fire for whatever reason. I didn't notice these banners here, but I also don't really know what they're representing. I'm noticing the wallpaper is like tearing off like a lot. Oh my god, wait! It's a Roblox costume! So I guess this would be a piece of clothing that at least one of the family residents were wearing, but I can't get over the fact that it looks like a Roblox sorcerer. The Oni was a Roblox player. It's a lot of mannequins. Oh look, this mannequin like knows that she is the shit. Taylor Swift if she were a bald mannequin in a fucking meat plant. These are just straight up barrels. It reminds me of the one they use in Breaking Bad to like break down like bodies with chemicals. I really like Breaking Bad, can you tell? I've just noticed in my shadow I don't have a weapon. That's so bizarre. I just look like I want a handshake. Hi, nice to meet you. I am Adam on Hook. Today, I'm gonna take you on a tour around the Gideon meat plant. Oh, that is just a pig's head hanging from the ceiling. Interestingly, there are mannequins being kept in the fucking cages as well. And this mannequin has a reverse bear trap, which I never noticed before. That is very cool. And then there's obviously the meat freezer here, which also has a human, a naked human. Oh, rats. They actually run away when you go up to them, which is a nice detail. The environment actually like reacts, which makes it seem like a lot less lazy. Like it was very intentional. Ooh, interesting. Some strange contraption, probably for torture. And there's like a camera right in front, and then there's this maybe some kind of, imagine you're like stuck up here, and then you have like whoever's in charge of all these torture courses that you're taking, all these trials, is just like talking to you, almost like Joker in the Batman, the games and the movies. You ever played Arkham Asylum? I've spent so much time in that damn game. I think it's also just cool that there's like these timers on the hooks, even though they don't really do anything as far as I'm aware. It's a nice detail. And there's a mannequin inside the hook, by the way. I love these Claudettes. They're always ready for the next match. Why are there 5 Badham preschools? I don't know. I don't know why there's a hole in the wall with like a little compartment there, but okay. What's on that drawing? Something about it is freaking me out. One of them like has tears coming out of their eyes. That's kind of creepy. What's making them sad? I don't know. I mean, one of them is happy and the other one's just really sad. And hand painting. There's also beer in the lockers, which is not a good sign for a preschool. There's that one drawing from just a moment ago. Someone really loves their dog. Makes them think of sunshine and rainbows, I guess. But is that blood on their mouths? Oh my god. Something is not right with this place. I'm telling you. Man, I just find a lot of the environmental detail to be so fun to just observe. I don't really know why there's a pile of tires here, to be honest. I've never really questioned it. I just kind of accepted it as part of the map. Broken phone box. Always needed in the Dead by Daylight map. These like bricks that someone's been laying. I guess it's a pile of bricks to rebuild parts of it. I don't know. Or someone sabotaged the electrical wires. Okay, we have another building actually. It's a little kitchen area. I feel like this is probably like a staff building maybe. Filing cabinets. What do these even say? And why is there beer there? I just feel like there's something really weird going on with like, why is there alcohol like everywhere at a preschool, you know? I guess it's like a coping mechanism. And we don't know if the alcohol came like after the kids all died or something. I don't know. This definitely feels like more of like a staff area maybe. Because I don't see any like childish like drawings. These feel like a lot more refined, obviously. I don't know who this drawing is of. I do not know what these boxes are. But there are a lot of bugs in the ground. I think the beetles are like wood lice or something. I don't know. They look very strange. They almost look like if like red blood cells had like legs. Yeah, that just looks so weird. There is indeed a bed here. I'm not sure about the physical logistics of that pallet leaning like that. I guess it would be held up at a certain point. It's gotta like fall maybe. This sofa is interesting because, I mean, like why would you want a sofa here for like, did someone steal the TV? I'm confused. Is it just to like watch outside? There's even more sofas here. It's like, this is where they like congregate maybe. And then there's like a kitchen area, which has a lot of dirty shit that needs to be cleaned up. My KP brain is just like aggravated right now. I usually wash dishes for a living. More Italian pizza, specifically Italian. It's gotta be Italian. Ooh, this is like an artsy photograph. There's like it's like a tractor that's like split in half. The hand that like digs stuff up, the digger of the digger, is no longer part of the digger. Oh wow, the piping is like on fire. I didn't even notice that before. Is this like a boiler room then? Oh wow, yeah, this is like sort of like a chimney, I imagine. Does it like power something up specifically? I'm not sure. Oh, that's adorable. I used to love these growing up. Haven't seen them in a very long time. They're like non-existent to me now. There are an awful lot of fridges around. What is this? Is it just like really hot water? Some kind of chemical? Blood and so many boxes. Why are there so many boxes? Oh. That singing always catches me off guard. It's very prominent. Yeah, I can confidently confirm that the only difference between the different Badham preschools is that other than the main building, the other buildings are just located differently. And the main building stays in the same place. Like, it's literally just the surroundings that change. That is all. And they don't even change that much. It's like shuffling a deck of cards. It doesn't change what's on the cards, right? Oh, hang on. Miniature horses in Dodge County make for more than just educational story. Okay. I don't know what that means. You ever noticed that the fucking bots actually teabag? I think the fact that there's an ambulance here is kind of interesting. It looks like someone with like massive claws put their claws against this ambulance van. Do you reckon anyone's in there? I don't think so. If they are, they're probably dead, right? Oh my god, wait. My blade is actually here, but my animation just looks really bad. I'm like edging T-posing, you know? And that sounds funny to say out loud. I'm edging T-posing. I'm edging while T-posing. The way it says fresh milk, by the way. I don't think that milk's fresh anymore. That's false advertising, okay? I think that the text should update based on how fresh it is right now. It's interesting that the Badham preschool version of the Killer Shack has like a bunch of hooks on chains. I don't think I see that in any of the other Killer Shacks, as far as I can remember. Oh, there's been a bit of a leakage here. You can see that like with the rest of the ceiling, it's nothing compared to this. Like someone like spilled a lot of tea. Maybe like a bunch of British people were like congregating in the attic. They're having a bit too much banter and their tea spilled all over the place. They made a right mess in the ceiling. Bloody hell. All right, seriously, what is possibly different about the 5th installment of Badham Preschool? So far, I just feel like the things I didn't see are just things I missed in the previous variations. I don't think there's much different at all. Ooh, basketball hoop though. I'm pretty sure that was in all of the other variations. Just interesting though. What is the reason for this? It's some kind of garage with lockers? But like when you look into the lockers, what the hell are you storing in those lockers, you know? There aren't even shelves. I mean, I guess there are tires, but it just seems a bit random, doesn't it? This variation of the hook is literally like a pipe. I just realized I can point at things with my power. I feel like a teacher with one of those laser pointers that you definitely should not look directly into. Oh, it has occurred to me that this is actually like a regular road that goes around the preschool. It kind of does just stop here, doesn't it? Yeah. Like, how do vehicles even get in here in the first place, you know? There's like a stopping area here. If we follow it further, there's another dead end over there, but that also goes into a driveway. So that makes sense. And then on this side, it just stops. So there's no reason that wanderers would actually wander in here, because they literally can't. This is an isolated space. I actually really appreciate the design, that the game design is so cool. From a survivor's perspective, it makes sense that you can vault this, because it's like a bit that like sticks out, but it doesn't like break the immersion of the environment, which is very cool. This door would appear to lead somewhere. What's behind this wall, man? I need to know. I guess we'll never know. Probably classrooms, I guess. But I mean, imagine like being able to explore in there. Like, I don't know. I just feel like it would give this building a lot more character. I suppose they just needed to keep it quite simplistic. Maybe adding those rooms made it too much, because there's all this down here. And by the way, isn't it kind of dangerous that kids can just like come down here and fucking burn themselves? That seems problematic. Oh my god, he looked directly at me. He broke the fourth wall. What is up with these barrels, by the way? Yeah, I know from a game design perspective, it makes a lot of sense. But also, why? There's a skeleton that's just been fucking barricaded from existence. I don't know what's happened to this wall, but it's suspicious. Suspicious white liquid. I don't like it. Like, all we know is that this is just generally like a swamp, I guess, which you can get in Minecraft. I guess there's probably like water somewhere. Walter. Put your dick away, Walter. I found a Claudette that's probably gonna scream. Oh, there's two screaming Claudettes. There's the pier. We need to find the pier. Yeah, it's over here. I mean, I suppose it kind of looks like some stuff is like buried in what appears to be very soggy mud, I guess. And there's just a lot of grass growing out of it, but I don't see like a lake. But it does look like, because if this is a pier, then wouldn't that mean that there was a lot of water here once upon a time? That's what would make sense. Like, I think this is sort of like a dried up swamp, but it's just never explained in the title of it, you know? Oh, there's also this building here, actually. Do you think maybe this was like a witch's hut or something? It feels like the size of one, but still don't know the point of it. Like, it is just more barrels and boxes. But it would make a lot of sense. It's something that's quite stereotypically in swamps. Like, maybe they packed up and left at some point. I don't know. A lot of mystery. Ooh, yes. Wait, this is quite different, actually. I mean, the pier is here. Ah, we have this boat, which would imply that there was water here at some point, which is visual storytelling, and I like that. There's actually multiple boats, so it really supports the theory. And there's this giant ship here. Hey, get out of my fucking way. Oh my god. Claude, are you gonna stun me or what? Go on, do it. Do it. What the fuck is she doing? What the fuck? Okay. Okay, Claudette. These textures look really low quality, and I guess you don't want to have to like waste processing power, you know, on textures that most people won't even realize are there in the first place. It's interesting how like rocks have gotten stuck in these like motor thingies that like keep the ship moving. Also, would you call this a ship or a ferry? Or I guess both? Well, I suppose the ship would have sails, and this doesn't appear to have sails, so maybe it is closer to a ferry. Ooh, this variation of the killer shack, there's a straight up hole in the ceiling. There isn't even a proper roof. You know those Minecraft temples? If you hit like a trap, you fall into like TNT or some shit. There are these like vases just kind of scattered around the place in what appears to be some kind of shrine, I think. These statues kind of remind me of what we saw at Forgotten Ruins. Just another detail you don't care about. To this day, I don't really understand what exactly this is, but I do remember a match where a trapper put a trap there and he kept walking into his own trap like it was some kind of kink. So there's a bit of story time for you. Normal DVD things. There are just pillars around that appear to be broken, and also like walls that look incomplete. Something happened. I don't know if it was because of just over time, I guess it just fell apart, or maybe there was just like a lot of chaos. Like these feel like they were like full buildings at one point, and I guess I will never get to explore them. They're just gone forever. There's a lot of like cultish vibes coming from this realm. I do believe this picture is another picture of the building that the picture is in, which I still find really strange. But I guess it makes more sense here because it feels appropriate for it to be self-worshipping. There's this over here. Some kind of like butcher's place, I guess? I cannot stand on top of the locker. That is disappointing. It's pretty fucking tall though, but you can't get to the top of it. Not quite. But it is being held together by literal branches, which is unusual. It's like trying to be a treehouse. If this weren't so creepy, this kind of does look cozy to live in. Ooh, a bear. What does that mean? The bear looks constipated. This feels like an area that maybe some people have like been camping or something, like trying to stay alive, but there's no like evidence of that other than this fire, which is somehow still going on. After all these years of DVD existing, that fire does not burn out. I wish I had that amount of motivation. Okay, so what exactly is happening in Lery's? Whoa. Oh, I can see this is obviously to do with the doctor. This is the doctor's map. I guess this kind of gives insight into like what the fuck happened to the doctor. Was it a situation where the student becomes the doctor? And now he's like pissed off for some reason? More vending machine. Oh. Gonna say a sort of a regular hospital, but I don't think it is. I don't know why there's a deer there. Or is it a cow? It might be a cow. I don't think that cow wants to be there. It might also be a deer. But when it says Memorial Institute, and who the fuck is Lery, by the way? I would like to like look into these things. Public bathroom, I guess, with bathtubs. For the patients. It feels almost like a prison. Almost. I swear most maps in DBD have a library. Yes. Doctors have very, very bad handwriting, so this is canonically accurate. I don't even know if any of this means anything. It's just written so badly. When it shows this sign, I would automatically assume it's like a bathroom or toilets or something. I guess there are bathtubs, but I would expect to have like somewhere like official to like piss and shit, you know, but that's not in this room. I suppose this is like a waiting room. Yeah, it actually indicates that in the signs. So the signs do make a lot of sense. This is some sort of patient check-in, I think. So I suppose this is presumably an entrance. Yeah, this actually feels like a hospital entrance. Go to the right for shock therapy. Interesting. There are even beds. This one's knocked over though. There's a lot of things knocked over, I think. Just really shady experiments, I feel like. I don't know what the goal of the experiments are, but I have found the hatch, which is all I care about now. I guess it feels like an electronic version of like the Gideon meat plant, if that makes sense. This is clearly a road. The road doesn't lead anywhere on either end, and so we just have a bunch of confused cars, and I guess they gave up and they decided they're gonna walk instead. This road's fucking hopeless. Ooh, that appears to be some sort of fridge freezer thing, maybe? I imagine there's a bunch of beers, considering there's a beer left out on top of it. Is that a toy fire truck? Oh my god. There's like no other toys at all, but just that. I guess that's probably canonically accurate. A lot of plants here, and what appears to be detergent. I like how one light is like still on here. You'd wonder when that light would run out of like energy or something. Like somehow, even this light, oh, there's a bathroom behind here, but it's blocked off. Imagine looping in the bathroom. There's a massive presence of alcohol just throughout this game. Whoa, what happened here? Oh, this reminds me of that one episode of Breaking Bad where Jesse puts all the fucking chemicals into a bathtub and then ends up with a hole in the ceiling. This does appear to be just a regular house here. I don't know how this hole ended up in the wall, but it is indeed there. And a balcony that you can't even get onto. What's the point? This does feel incredibly similar to another building that was on a different map. I guess they're both referred to as House of Pain. All right, what's up with this one? This building. I think every building seems to have a kitchen. Oh my lordy. All of them are here every time. Fresh milk again. I don't think that's fresh, buddy. This door is being kicked down. It wasn't me, I swear. More pizza! Italian pizza. I just love how like every pizza box has to have the Italian flag just to make sure you're not confused about what it is. Or maybe it's to say that Italian pizza is inherently better than American pizza. There's obviously this area, which appears to be like a maintenance thing. I don't know. Like there are clearly a lot of tools and stuff to like improve the buildings. There's also a fridge freezer, which I'm pretty confused about, and more beer. Oh wait, a dog would live here. I wonder where the dog went. Ooh, let the dog out. Ooh, barbecue and chili, maybe. Alright, so this is obviously some kind of church. I'm surprised the chandelier is still intact, to be honest. But god damn, that smoke is very black. I guess all the smoke is really black. Like, across this entire map. Wait, what the hell is this? Oh, it's a bell! The bell's fucking broken through the wall. Oh my god. Wow, so it was attached probably over here. Unless it like fell from like above, right? That makes sense. Yeah, because it's like, the bells are usually like at the top of like the tower, which would have created that, yeah, it fell from up there. I see. Da 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 circus. Oh, the horse is here. What does the DVD community actually name him? I forgot. I remember when everyone was like sad because they removed him for a short while. He also has a third eye, which is slightly terrifying. This guy has the weirdest fucking animation. I feel like he's touching my bosoms. Can you imagine this is like actually the TARDIS? Oh wait, I can see on the inside, but maybe the inside is not what it seems. What actually is this, by the way? Oh, Happy Go Circus. So this sign says Happy Go Circus, and that means it's the name of the circus. It seems like they did have a merry-go-round or whatever you call it, but they've like packed it up. So I guess these boxes just have like circus parts. It's like they were in the middle of packing away or packing out, and then something terrible happened and then everyone ran away. I should do some like practice shots as Huntress or like whatever targets I can find around DBD. I wish these were like interactive. So, like if I like used my power in it, that it would like do something, but I guess I don't get to know my own strength. I also forget what you even call these. Oh my god, coffee, milk chocolate, and candy. Dismembered body found. This book is just blank. Oh my god, look, bowling pins. Wow. Would it be a case of like throwing stuff at it or bowling an actual bowling ball? Hey, don't you just love a good picture you can put your head in? There's no real name for these, but we all know what they are. Ooh, there are some hanged people. I think they're hanging off of nothing. Right. I can't see the top of the ropes. Yeah, no, that's definitely not attached to anything at all. This feels almost like a courtroom, maybe? I don't really know. It's like a patient's bed. That's a bit strange now I think about it. Well, this is the disturbed ward, so I guess this is like some kind of mental asylum. It feels kind of like Outlast. There's also another floor, although I think it is kind of completely falling apart. It would be cool to like find a way to walk up there. So I guess this would be like the entrance. You go in and then you check in or whatever, and then they send you somewhere. There's some spare beds. They have a conservatory, which is interesting. I'm not trying to chase you. It has like a singular bench This feels like the sanest part of the map, to be honest. I do wonder what, I guess it like burned down or something. There's also this little structure. It looks like it used to be a functioning greenhouse, maybe? And then shit went down and now it's just this. I don't know what they were growing. Carrots, potatoes. What do you think these are likely to be, you know? I don't really... It could be anything. Even more piles of shit next to fire barrels. Were they trying to keep the fire alive? Because it fucking worked after all this time. See, what's interesting is like some killer shacks have roofs and some don't. And I would like to like go back and see what the pattern would be across all of the maps. Maybe for another video. How many killer shacks have a roof? That's so silly. It's so absurdly pointless that I love it. Oh wait, Legion might actually be very good for mobility now I think about it. Oh wait, I didn't select a new map. Wait, stop! Stop! This is more promising that the fresh milk is actually placed within the fridge. Although the fridge obviously doesn't work. But that feels more trustworthy. All the other fresh milks have not been in the fridge. I think they sell coffee here, so there's a bit of a cafe going on, I guess. Oh, it's literally a coffee machine with some dirty mugs. Don't have any storage like underneath here, like some of the other bars have. Then they have like a garage, which is pretty normal for gas stations. Got all the tools here. I've seen this exact calendar before. Whoever's selling these calendars is getting a lot of money. Well, at least they used to. It's evidence of a former thriving business, I guess. We actually have some paint buckets so that you can get your car a new paint job. For some reason, there's a fuck ton of tires inside this car. Bro was extra prepared for getting new tires. What do they got? They got cereal, pet food. That's the first time we've seen pet food. Peaches. Is that like beef jerky or some shit? Yeah, it is beef jerky. Gotta have beef jerky in a gas station. More potato chips. Dog food. No cat food. That's kind of discrimination, right? In a place that has dog food, you would expect to have cat food. And then what about all the other animals? I just find it interesting how this is literally just pet food, not specific to any particular animal. We just categorize them all as pets and just hope for the best. They probably had like ice cream or something in here maybe. We're not ready to know. Motor oil. Interesting. So they like sell whole bottles if like you just want to like deal with it yourself, you know? DIY. Another empty vending machine. They also just have a lot of cars like stacked up outside and a fucking bus. All of it's like broken down. I don't know how this got cut in half, to be honest. The bots really need to give us more time, man. Oh, here we actually have a full-on fucking machine that crushes them. Or I guess it picks it up and then puts it into the... I don't know, maybe it does do the crushing as well. Do we have like a distinct crusher somewhere? There's another one here. No actual crusher, but maybe this is all they needed. It is a pretty hefty piece of machinery. I do love how this is the one map where Killer Shack is the main building. Oh yeah, I forgot about Frenzy. I can get around so much quicker. Yeah, just more cars stacked up here. Ooh, there's a glove still on the fucking control. That I did not realize. It's such a small detail that is unneeded, but they left it there anyway. Even more alcohol, of course. Alcohol is fucking everywhere in this game. I like these like crushed up, dense pieces of trash that we loop around. We don't normally stop to appreciate it though. Is that like some kind of AC machine? That looks like air conditioning. There are a lot of TVs. It is indeed air conditioning. We can see the same thing in a different angle. I think the crushed up walls here are just various car parts. So the other like tractor thing had the glove. I wonder if they both have the same thing. Hold your horses, survivors. I got a very important thing to check. Yeah, I think they both have them. Okay, here, this time we have an actual lodge. There indeed used to be a mattress here. There's also a fucking hole in the ground. It's kind of interesting though that the basement with the fucking scary hooks is right underneath all of this. That feels like visual storytelling, but obviously the basement is just a function of the game. But if we assume it's canon, that means whoever used to sleep here was a fucked up person. Oh, more of the Behavior Times. Can't get enough of Behavior Times. God, their newspapers were fucking thriving when everyone was alive. I feel like I heard Michonne literally up in my fucking ears, even though she was not that close to me. Ooh, body or mannequin? What do we think? It looks like kind of both. Here's a gaming chair if I've ever seen one. It's not a very good one. Or maybe it's fine. It actually looks decently comfortable. This is an actual car seat. I think this is the first decapitated car seat we've seen. There is seriously so much beer around. It's actually wild. I'm gonna have to come back and count every single beer bottle and beer can there is. How much alcohol is in Dead by Daylight? Ooh, someone's brought their dog food and pet food over here. So that implies that there are animals in Dead by Daylight that were like, they were alive and thriving, you know? And then they were not. They were dead forever. They're just history. Move out the way, I'm here to explore. Okay, more repair stuff, which makes sense. It's a running theme across this this realm. Yeah, Michonne's audio is definitely glitched. That was literally right up in my face, but she wasn't there. Okay, so we have this kind of structure going on. What is it? It's some kind of truck? I don't know what its purpose was. There are pieces of bodies though. It's not as obvious here, because there's only the torso and one leg. You know, now I think about it, this rubbish looks incredibly small. I don't think bottles are usually that small in this game. Yeah, kind of disproportionate. It's almost like they slapped a picture of rubbish and just put it on the texture, and they're like, yeah, we move on. Oh, there's also an arm. There's a torso, a leg, and an arm. No head. No head? We have another tractor. Wait, that's a rim just by itself. Interesting. Let's go up here. Let's see. Ah, another lost glove. He even drank the same beer in the same position. But keep in mind, this is a different vehicle entirely, and they still kept the same sort of prefabs going on here. Is that more pizza? It might be another Italian flag, just in case you were confused about whether it was pizza. How many pizza boxes are in Dead by Daylight? All visitors must sign in. I don't think most of the people coming in here are signing anything. It's kind of interesting that these buses have been split in half, but they're not like aligned. Something like made it shift over. Oh, another arm. God, there are so many things I could count in this game, and it would take forever, and it would be so worth it. What actually is this building? What is the point of this? Yes, business. Filing cabinets, paper, computer. That looks like a significantly older computer, by the way, and oh my god, look at that mouse. That mouse is atrocious. How can you expect to be comfortable with that mouse? Get a new mouse. Oh my god. These files say nothing on them. They just have files to make themselves look busy. Personalities. Is it some kind of personality quiz, or were they like keeping tabs on like people in like a mental asylum? I don't know. Maybe someone was keeping track of their own like dissociative identities, DID, which used to be known as multiple personality disorder, until they realized what it actually is. That is a piece of education you did not expect to get. I never check up these little mounds, but it is kind of interesting how some of them have this like drop down thing. It sort of decreases the survivor's stagger when they drop down, which makes it easier for them to run, but a lot of these don't even have that. Oh, just a lot of fucking hay bales, aren't there? So it can be assumed that it's a barn. And honestly, I'm starting to wonder if maybe... Oh, wait. I thought that was alcohol up there, but no. If it were, I'd be very impressed. Imagine a drunk somehow managing to get up there and they just fucking leave their beer around. Alas, it is not alcohol. This might actually be the least interesting map in Dead by Daylight. I mean, it's interesting in terms of game design, but there's not a whole lot of like Easter eggs to find. Just a lot of fucking corn and hay bales. I suppose it's good to know that if you did live here, you were probably covered in terms of food. Yeah, you just had so much sweet corn every single goddamn day. What's for dinner today? Oh, 5 corn on the cobs? Ah, nice. But the lack of variation does kind of mean that you're missing out on some nutrients, no? That's kind of bad. You can only stay healthy for so long. These trees are, oh my god, whoa, dead animals hanging off the trees. That's kind of wild. I mean, like, what is the motivation behind that? I don't know. I guess it's sort of like a DIY butcher's thing, but you're using trees to your advantage. This is the only one that's like hung that way around. The others are like upside down. I don't really know what exactly this is, but it fascinates me. Like, part of me wants to believe it's like the nose of a plane, but I don't think it is. Was this maybe at some point upright and it just like fell down? And now it just, I don't know, they added a roof to the side of this or something. Like, I will make do. There's so much bloody corn. I suppose, you know, I guess every now and then we see meat hanging off trees. At least they're getting some kind of protein. You gotta wonder, like, how humane is it? What do you think? Can you give me some insight? Yeah, no, you're dead. The dead is so unhelpful. I can't believe it. I can't believe you've done this. Oh, I'm actually getting excited about this now. Is there the mysterious glove up here as well? Where are the controls? I'm not really sure how you would control this. I mean, there's like a lever here, I guess. There's another lever here. Just doesn't seem like a very intuitive setup. Very simplistic controls. Okay, right off the bat, hanging pigs. Loads of hanging pigs. Oh my. There's like a pig skeleton in there as well. Some of them have had their stomachs like ripped open. Also, are these cows or pigs? I think these are... Some of them are... No, wait. I cannot tell what's a cow and a pig and what's a bull. It's all so confusing to me. They might have actually been cows all along. I mean, now think about it. These are way too big to be pigs. Ooh-wee. Oh, I missed this building. It's been a while. Ew, what even is that? Oh, what the? There's still stuff in that cat. Oh, no, never mind. It's just the other way around. I thought it was like baby food just rotting. The flies and the blood implies that there was just a giant animal on the dinner table. Nice. Oh my god, what? Oh, but why in the bathroom? That is gross. Are these just intestines in barrels? All right, this is now making me think of like that one moment in the Walking Dead games when that family that live at a farm turn out to be cannibals, which is an interesting spin on the TV show. Look at the view. Oh, wait, this one actually has their head like in a bucket. That is an unnecessarily specific detail. Actually, no, it's not in the bucket. It's just the blood is sort of collecting in the bucket. It's also like stretched. I think they've been hanging there for a long time. Oh my god, I've never stood up here before. These counters are higher than usual. I feel like this is for like a tall person. I mean, look. I can barely even reach that with my knife. Oh, more fresh milk that is not fresh. I feel like putting fresh milk outside of the fridge just rotting is just an inside joke. Just a running gag. Okay, another situation where the killer shack is the main building, which is always funny to me. It's literally just a base kit Coldwind farm with killer shack in the middle. I suppose putting killer shack in the middle makes a lot of space for all the different tiles around the map. Like, could you argue that this tractor is a main building? Or that tractor? Oh my god. Michonne is always the loudest. Oh my god, there's so many of the Macmillan estate. Why are there so many Macmillan estates? How much Macmillan you want? Yes. So these are clearly gonna be warehouses, I assume, in each variation of the Macmillan estate. What they actually provide, I'm not entirely sure. They've got some de-stiffening oil for when the mechanisms are either hot or cold. You may be hot, you may be cool, but you won't be stiff forever. It is oddly erotic and also anti-erotic. I don't know. What? More beer? More oil? Is it just a warehouse that provides like engineering parts? I do wish I could go up there actually. This reminds me of Spider-Man, the movie, the game. Like, I had a warehouse that felt very similar to this. Other than that, I don't think there is much more to this particular variation of the map. It is just kind of generic DBD stuff, which is something that we saw with the Freddy Fazbear's pizza. Like, they basically just have like, oh, this is an interesting building, and let's just like put normal Dead by Daylight around with like a particular aesthetic, I guess. I guess that's the point of the different realms, but it would be cool if they put more hidden details around, or just, I don't know, just some stuff that make it feel like it has a distinct identity, you know, from a map to, like, beyond just the main building. Look, I'm just saying, I've been spending like 7 hours literally just exploring DBD maps. After this video comes out, I don't want anyone doubting my autism. Okay, so this is literally the same warehouse, but slightly different, which is a little disappointing. But there is this. Whoa. What on earth am I looking at? That particle effect is mesmerizing. It's some weird tentacle creature. Is this the entity? I'm confused. I do have some kind of hook system going on here. This reminds me of Breaking Bad again, when like Jesse becomes like a hostage and he's like stuck to one of these railings that go like across the building. Obviously he's on the ground and he just has a rope carrying him and he just can't escape that. Then he gets left in what's essentially a DBD hatch until he's allowed to come back out. Surprisingly a lot of Breaking Bad spoilers. Okay, at least this Macmillan estate is actually very distinct from the others. I wonder what this code actually says. Like, does this even mean anything? Are there any coders out there that can decipher this? Looks like when you use the inspect element feature on Google Chrome or Opera GX. Ooh, there's a little laptop here with some anime. Someone was watching anime. This is kind of a huge speaker. Like, it's not like concert huge, but it's for like a home speaker. That's pretty fucking big. And it's a mono speaker as well. It's not a stereo system, which would really annoy me. If you're gonna watch anime, you want to hear the stereo sound, the left and right sound. Otherwise, how are you ever gonna get immersed? This is some kind of drill. I don't really know why, but it is certainly a drill. Just imagine this is like a music studio, you know, just producing music. That's a heart rate monitor. There's even CCTV, but I doubt that's actually live. I've never really figure that out. It doesn't look like it is. It looks like it's just a image moving from side to side, and it's meant to kind of look like it's 3D. It's just a 2D image. But that would be such a sneaky way to catch survivors out if you're wondering where they are. But I don't think behavior expects anyone to even notice that there. There are also a lot of friggin' mannequins, man. This game loves mannequins. This is a really nice room. This feels very cozy. There's even a really comfortable bed here. I've never seen a chest spawn there. That kind of jump scared me, to be honest. Good old pears and oranges. Gotta love your pears and oranges. I didn't even see this before. Hang on. There's some sort of surgical process happening here. There's blood. Wait, there's also a blueprint. They trying to build like a cyborg? Ah. More alcohol. I believe this is wine. Gotta love your wine. And this is kind of a mysterious door, but I imagine it's to manage the wine. It would appear that they actually use these mannequins to like practice combat. Like a lot of them look like they've got like quite literal scratch marks through them. And some of them are like sort of impaled, but that's real blood though, which is really confusing. Why is there real blood on you? Even duct tape as well. My god, this place is fucking sadistic. Are these like people that have been consumed by mannequins? I don't know, this is kind of fucked up. Like, that's a human hand duct taped to a mannequin. This is an actual like mine shaft of some kind, which I like. There's like evidence of human activity here. I like all the evidence of human activity. I think they're coal mines, but like a lot of the tracks are not even intact. Well, I suppose it's not multiple coal mines, it's just a singular coal mine. Yeah, they got all this machinery working. Imagine as a survivor, you could climb ladders. Game changer. A fun fact. If you look directly through lengthways, you can see the other side of these logs. Just a little insight for you loopers out there. I like how this cabling comes from up there all the way down here, and then it just fucking ends right there. It doesn't go anywhere else. And then there's just some other decorative cables. They didn't try hard enough to make it realistic. Like there's cables out here that appear to go inwards, but then they just don't. Yeah, I really like the battery-powered wooden planks. Good old woodcutter that was probably used for humans. I'm now realizing this is a freaking lift. This is an elevator. So imagine if you stay here for long enough, you actually discover the underground of the coal mines. It just becomes Minecraft. I feel like this makes the most sense to recreate in Minecraft. Like out of all of the different maps, a coal mine is very thematically consistent. A lot of fucking piping. What is the meaning of this? I mean, it's described as coal tower? Doesn't look like much of a tower, but I can believe it, you know, that it used to be a tower once upon a time. Other than that, there isn't really much else to it. Oh, I like these actually. These are like the tractors that we kept seeing earlier, but it's just the wheels. There's these very harsh wires that are completely wrapped up, unused. It's almost like barbed wire, but I don't think it is. It's more like ropey wire. You can see it's actually cut off there. Alright, now we're talking. This is a real fucking warehouse right here. This is kind of close to a factory, I think. But it's the only instance where we can actually go upstairs in this realm. Some kind of communications room. There are 2 gloves here next to the microphone. So not the 1 glove mystery, but the 2 gloves at the microphone mystery. Is this an accurate map of the place? I don't think so. There are not that many rooms. Another calendar with 1 and 17 highlighted. I might be going crazy here. You know, maybe the red numbers are just decorative and nothing more than that. Or maybe it's like some kind of Illuminati subliminal messaging. I like how there's like an outdoor staircase as well. Just gives the map a lot more variety. What are these? Cans of something and what appears to be a coffee cup. See, this clock is a different time. I wonder if there's some kind of pattern I can get out of all the different clocks throughout the game. I do like the small game design moments, like there's a light in front of this breakable door. It just makes it very easy to like figure out where all the entrances are. Or, like the way that this piece of like pavement like sticks out, you can easily identify that that is the entrance to the building. But for now, I think that's gonna have to be it from me. It was actually really fun exploring the most boring parts of Dead by Daylight. If you would like to see more stuff like this, well, by the time you're seeing this, there probably is a bunch on my channel, so subscribe and just have a little look, you know? There's probably something you will find very interesting if you found this shit interesting. Okay, bye. I run the loop, they hide instead.